What's going on, guys? This is Nathan the Scrub Academy welcoming you to our next deck profile here on the channel. Today I'm here with Eric, who got 12th place at the Des Moines Regional with his branded Despia deck. I'm gonna let him jump into the deck profile.
Hey guys, I'm yugioh, and I play branded Despia, or I should say 45 card branded Despia, because some lists they play 50 to 60, but for this event I just slim it down to at least 45. But yeah, so play 45 cards. So starting with the monsters, I play 3 Albaz. This card is basically just engine requirement, and you just have to max out at 3. I usually want to have this card either in my hand and also graveyard, just so when I summon back Cartesia, I have options to summon Albion the Sanctifier. Using the Cartesia, of course, on field and also Albion in hand, so I don't always have to use the brand red. I can save it later to use Guardian Chimera. So just play 3 of the, or I played 3 of this card. 3 Shrouded Dragon. This card is basically like Upstart. There's cool lines to play where you could do is where if you have Quem plus this card, this instantly gets you to Brand Fusion, because one dumps Brand Fusion, the other one dumps Retribution, which gets you to access to Brand Fusion. So just want to max out on this card, and it's also, like I said, Upstart. Then for like the normal summons, I play 1 Kit, 2 Aliber. This kind of sus right here, not maxing it out, but I felt it was fine enough that 2 you don't really need to see multiple copies. There's some scenarios where in your hand, if you open too many normal summons, they don't really do anything. So I just kind of cut down on what do you call that, the number of normal summons.
Did you ever regret not having that third one?
I don't think the third one ever came up, so I was kind of glad that I played 2. And then I played 2 Quem. So previously I was testing out 1, but I figured that Quem was actually kind of insane. And especially this one card that I'm playing, which I'll get to in a little bit, where I easily get access to her. And she's kind of like the MVP because she's part of your end board, where if you have her and either Albaz or Cartesia, anytime your opponent or anytime a card leaves from the extra deck, you just get a free special summon and just instantly fuse away. So definitely, I think 2 is correct. I wouldn't max it out, but 2 was definitely insane for me. And then I played 2 Cartesia. You can make an argument to play a 3rd, just to help play around hand traps like Imperm, Veiler, or Ghost Mourner. But I think 2 was just fine. I didn't really miss the 3rd copy of it, so I think just playing 2 is totally fine. And plus, you can also grab it in the end phase. So it kind of feels like you always have like more copies of her. And then I played 2 Mercurier. So this card is actually MVP, because with if you have a Dragon Monster and High Spirits, it is so insane. And also Alert Darkness, it's so insane where you can activate High Spirits, dump like a dragon, add this, and then activate Alert, draw 2, banish this, and then get like another add from Mercurier, and then later on your combo, if you try to use Brand Loss effect, you can add the 2nd copy. So I think that play was super insane. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play 3 copies or if I'm gonna play a higher deck count, but today it definitely worked out. And then for the one-ofs, 1 Tragedy, you only need 1. What do you call that, Lebellion, and then Sornier. Pretty standard, and then probably the best brand Despia card, Gimmick Puppet. I Gimmick Puppet so many people, especially on my round 2 feature match, where I just kept on summoning this card. I definitely made some misplays, so have to look back and see what I could have done. But this card was definitely insane. Like every time this card hits the field, I usually win. But yeah, definitely should get banned. Also Sanctifier. But that's it for the monsters.
Especially because you can just keep bringing it back with the Sanctifier, and it's not just like a 1-turn lock like it used to be.
Yeah.
Now it's just every single turn good luck. If you can't out it,
yeah,
you can't stop the Sanctifier.
Yeah, it's just super annoying. And then for the branded cards, obviously, what do you call that? The best starter card, Brand Fusion. Somewhat more copies of it, you get Aliber, and then you eventually get Fusion. So just want to max out on those. And then I want to say another MVP was High Spirits. This card is actually scary. That I think 1 round someone ashed it, and it kind of slowed my play down just a little. But this card I would say like in the future it's definitely worth ashing, because you give your opponent so much advantage, or you give yourself if your opponent doesn't ash it, you get so much advantage off this card, because you get to send either Titanic Lead or Albion, and then either get Cartesia, Quem, and all that. So this card, like, absolutely insane. I might play 3 copies depending if I want to play more than 45, but this card was absolutely like sick. And then I play 1 red. So this kind of sus as well, because some people play multiple copies, but I feel like if you know how to play the deck correctly and know how to manage your resources, the second one never came up, and throughout the whole tournament the second one just really comes up. And then 1 copy of Loss. This card is also insane. Like, this deck is a bunch of like insane cards. Like, yeah, some of them are bricky, but like once everything resolves, like you barely like ever lose the game. And then I'll see 1 Retribution to fit with the branded cards. And then I play 3 Alert. Like I mentioned before, like this with Mercurier is absolutely like insane. 3 Fusion Deployments. Essentially more copies of Cartesia, and helps you play around antraps like I said, Imperm, Veiler, Mourner, all that. And then for my non-engine, I play 3 Droplet. I think this is starting to become standard in branded lists, just because again, like against the mirror match, you stop the Sanctifier or like Voiceless. I think Voiceless is definitely an easy matchup, but it's also pretty annoying because you have to deal with an Omni-Negate. So just having this card and then like lowering the attack points just helps speed over the Skull Guardian. 3 Thrusts, just more copies to get to Branded Fusion going second, or get to Duplication going first. And then 1 Talent and Called By, because we're always making sure Branded Fusion resolves.
You gotta hit that ash.
I hit that ash. Yeah, like I said, 45 cards.
Alright, let's take a look at that extra deck real quick.
Extra deck, token, and field center. So I play 2 Mirror Jade. This is also standard. This card is just absolutely the best extra deck fusion monster in the game. This card, Albion 2, you only really need to play 2 in my opinion. 1 Lebellion, Sanctifier. I lied, this is actually the best fusion monster in the game. Probably should be banned. Rimbrum and Titanic Lad. Let's see, I pretty much use all their effects, but the cards I truly summoned was Sanctifier, Albion, Mirror Jade, Bellion. Like, I never got the chance to summon Titanic Lad or Rimbrum, but like in theory, like if you summon them, I feel like you're already winning in those games.
So if you're new to the game and haven't played against Branded, what does Sanctifier do? So
Sanctifier is super insane. The one thing that people should know is you can't target it or use it as fusion materials or a fusion material. So like you can't imperm it or super poly it. And the other effect is during your opponent's turn, you could target 2 monsters in either graveyard, I believe, and special summon it on each other field. So like I said, you usually want to summon Gimmick Puppet on your opponent's turn and summon either like Cartesia, Albat. It's just like any card to, you know, essentially you're just trying to get to Puppet Lock. And it has another effect, I really don't know, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, this card is definitely good. Like, if you have the budget, definitely invest in this card. 2 Granule. Second one did come up a few times, so I'm kind of happy that I played multiple copies. Testing only came up once, but I think in the future I'll definitely keep it at 2. This card, Masquerade, just for the Despia card. I never summoned Masquerade, so this card could be cut, but I feel more comfortable having like a time card, because there's a few times in my rounds where I was getting close to time, but it never really came up. I just like Gimmick Puppet them, and they usually just scoop it up. But yeah, Chimera, Stapalio, and probably my favorite fusion card, Furious Dragon. I used to play Dragon Link, and being able to summon like a rocket, somewhat like a rocket or a Boral Dragon, it's super cool. I summoned it a few times against Labyrinth, Tenpai, just like more so like control decks, Voiceless as well. But yeah, I think this card is more standard than the Magnum the Reliever I think the other fusion monster.
Any changes you'd make to the deck?
Extra deck, no, but side deck I want to get into because there's a few changes I had or I was thinking about. So first off, I played 3 crossout in the side, and the targets are Ash, and then D barrier. Nothing else. I usually side these in going first and going second because since Tenpai is into our meta, you kind of need a D barrier to help like continue plays, and obviously Ash for the brand fusion. So I think these 5 cards I'm definitely going to keep. Duster, we're at a regional, so I feel like you just need it for like those rogue matchups like stun, trying to think of a labyrinth, of course. But yeah, then I play Magma, Juris, and then Baldrake. These 3 cards I might change for Dark Ruler. They're mainly for voiceless, but the problem is with the new continued spell card, they're always able to like add back their resources by adding like Low or Saphira. So I might change these 3 for like Dark Ruler just to help break the board, because they usually have like, what do you call it? They usually have Skull Guardian, Odd Eyes, Pentagraph, or like IP and all that. So it just helps with that. And then one card that didn't resolve, which I'm definitely going to change after the regional, is I played like a shit all package. This was mainly for Fire King. In theory, I think it sounds kind of cool because you pretty much like out their whole board. You have Ariel to out like the Fire King Garunix, Princess, Dragon could out like their back row, or Island if they don't have protection, and then this one deals with Appaloosa, and you get to choose your chain blocks, so they're kind of forced to like use something. But they never really came up, so this could be a change. Not too sure, probably like Change of Heart or Mind Control, but yeah, I just have to think about other ways to put in the side.
Alrighty, any shoutouts?
Yeah, so shoutouts to my friend Kirk. He drove me to the regional. I was forced to wake up super early in the morning, so my eyes are super red and I'm super tired. Shoutouts to the Funky Fresh Boys, my small little testing group. Shoutouts to Sam. He is like the OG branded god. We usually talk in theory about this deck a lot, so I just want to give him shout out. And then shoutouts to my girlfriend for being super amazing and supportive.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Eric, for bringing us your branded Despia deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to check up in the cards. We'll have the playlist for the entire regional, so you can go ahead and check out his live duel. That's all I've got for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Nathan from the Scrub Academy.